You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at Lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
Common sense, comedy, and freedom. You found the defenders of American exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Yay, it's Wednesday.
Hump day.
Hey, Mike. Mike.
Hey, what?
Hey, Mike.
What?
Mike.
What?
Mike.
What?
What day is it?
Really?
Hump day.
Hump day. The most
that.
irritating commercial.
Yeah.
And yet,
It is so irritating.
it's like a,
You
it's
have
like a
to do it,
train
though.
wreck, man.
But you really have to do it. You really do.
It is. Welcome to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network.
Obviously, you can find us at DOAE Show on Facebook, which, if you're watching us live, you are on already.
There you go. We're also on Facebook, Lanterns.buzz.
On Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And we're also, if you find us on Twitter at DOAE Show, use the hashtag #NowIKnow.
Please use that.
That way we can
trying to-
track you,
We do.
just like the NSA.
Them jokers never give up, man.
I know, they really don't. That's
Never
okay.
give up.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
I'd seen one of the guys I went to school with, high school with, had posted up a thing. It was like the top 10 or top 40, like literally 10, 15-second songs from 1998.
And was that on there?
Yeah, no, that wasn't on there, but it was.
Okay.
It just took me back to high school, man.
Took you back there for a minute?
It did. It irritated me at first because it led off with Britney Spears.
Oh.
Oh. It's like, oh, yeah, bless your heart.
With the pain.
You know.
Ouch.
And the Bare Naked Ladies. Remember them?
Yeah.
Those
Those were the days.
Yeah, they don't come back.
Nope. They really don't.
come
They
back.
really don't, and probably for a good reason.
Because, you know, when I was in high school, when we were in high school, we weren't this stupid.
Yeah, I was that stupid.
You weren't this stupid.
What stupid? How stupid? Butt stupid?
But stupid. Well,
That's another show.
actually, I was going to no, but that eating laundry detergent pods.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
So if you don't remember, we talked about this a little bit, and I'm pretty sure you've heard about it from everywhere else.
Yes, because it's
this stupid.
It is. And just for the record, I fully believe that what we're about to say, I'm going to disagree with, but not for the reason that everyone else does.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
A pair of New York Democrats have introduced a bill in the New York State Assembly.
I disagree.
No, but they did that. You can't disagree.
I disagree that they were allowed to do that.
Oh. No, well, it didn't say they were allowed to.
Well, I disagree that they did it then.
But it says a pair of New York... Shut up and let me do this.
Sorry.
They say is necessary to combat the consumption of Tide Pods. Now I'm going to pause for a second.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna hold my tongue. This is, the bill would require pods to be packaged in a uniform color, as well as requiring each pod to be individually wrapped in plastic, complete with a warning label.
Hey guys, hold on 1 second before you do that. A Tide Pod is already individually wrapped.
I was just getting ready to go there.
It's there.
It's already there. Well, and let's talk about the warning label. You mean anybody who's gotten Tide Pods knows what we're talking about. They come in either a plastic container,
Yeah.
like a Tupperware almost,
Right.
or into a actual plastic bag. And guess what is on the front of those things?
Warning.
In giant letters, it says caution. And then in Spanish, it's, what is that? Whatever it is in Spanish. I'm not up to my Spanish.
Yeah, we're
Caution and everything else. It has all
we're
of
not
that.
a bilingual show.
No,
I
we're
don't
not.
think
We're not. This is why people.
I believe it says caution in Spanish.
It might be. I don't know. I was gonna say this is why we won't ever be liked by anyone on the right or on the left.
On the left.
Or on the right. But it says it right there. Three different languages right there on the front of the thing and on the back of the thing.
Yes.
And it says, "Hey, don't put this in your mouth because you."
By the way, call
might
poison control.
die.
If you get this in your mouth, you might want to call poison control.
Yes. Even if you don't swallow it, it says
Right,
call
like-
poison control if you get it in your mouth.
It's the same thing with every other cleaning product.
Or no,
It
forget-
has the same warning as every cleaning product. Do not swallow.
True, but what is the reason? And I'm fully against. I personally
Yeah.
am against warning labels.
Okay.
Okay.
Move on.
Okay.
Yes.
Completely against them.
Okay.
Would you like to know why?
I'm gonna guess it, but I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I right off the cuff,
Uh-huh.
I do not espouse to evolution or Darwinism. However, the theory of Darwinism.
No. Whoa. Before you go to theory of Darwinism, natural selection is
That's-
actually against Darwin. Do you understand that?
That's not what
natural
Is it?
selection and evolution don't go together.
Well,
they,
no,
they don't. You can't use natural selection to prove Darwin.
I whatever. They always attribute it to him, so I was loosely doing it as well.
I got
Screw it. He doesn't get it. Anyway.
He doesn't get the point.
Natural selection. He's on there. This is how we thin the herd. This is how we weed out the
stupid.
Well, yeah. This is how you wash away the stupid. Dun 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 dun. Wordplay.
Oh, wait. There it is.
Okay. But yes, no. I think we take away all warning labels off of everything. And
Okay.
if you are going to be stupid enough to put a Tide Pod into your mouth or get into a shower with a hairdryer,
Yes.
or
Or
go swimming with a car battery, you get what's coming to you.
yeah, I got you.
Sorry, I don't. Stop it. You're
Don't.
wasting my time. You're wasting everyone else's time.
Yes.
Just,
yes, you are.
just let the dumb people, let those well, as this is gonna sound bad, but the less inferior, let the weaker ones die out, so the stronger ones may survive. Don't bring us all down.
So.
You have something you want to add to?
I didn't know I worked for a eugenicist.
I didn't.
I'm
I did not.
saying.
Now hold on.
You said let the you know.
I just said let nature
the
take its course.
No, you said the lower people, the lesser people. You were talking.
If you're
that's
mentally lesser by choice, then that's on your.
by choice. Okay, thank you
that's on
for
you.
adding that.
Let me
little caveat.
preface it. Yeah.
Caveat by choice.
I like caviar.
Not
Oh,
caveat.
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 Sorry. I'm hungry.
I know you are. By the way, I had cheesecake earlier.
I hate you.
I loved it.
I hate you. Well, I'm down 25 pounds.
I haven't gained.
Shut up. Okay. Although the source of the problem is clearly the fact that reckless stupidity can get you internet fame. This is
Yay.
from The Blaze, by the way.
It really can get
New
you
York
internet
State Senator Brad Hoylman. Let me read it. And Assemblywoman Aravella Simotes.
Oh,
Simotes.
sorry. Who was that?
That's Aravella
What was that again?
Simotes.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Stop it. It's homeschooling at its finest, man. Both of them are New
Hey.
York City.
Don't go that way.
I can. We're one, so I can beat on it all I want to.
All right.
Believe that the problem is that people somehow don't understand the danger associated with swallowing commercial cleaning products.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
They don't understand the danger?
Or perhaps that Tide Pods actually look appetizing to some people because of their colorful design.
Basically, they look like candy, so people are eating them even though it's poison.
Now, I've never...
And plastic.
Well, I forget even all that. I was going to say it. You got to open it first.
That's why they
Can
bite
someone
into
tell me of a candy? Name a candy that is, I don't know, Open Meadow Fresh. You know what I mean? the scent of clean linen.
Rose water.
Exactly.
I mean this look, I'm sorry. There is actually a candy that is like a sweet rose water, and it is the most disgusting candy. Like, it was given to me as a thing. Like, here, try this.
What were they? Did they not like you?
I don't know. Like, they were like, dude, you got to try this. I was like, okay, whatever.
They don't like you,
and I
apparently.
smelled it. I was like, it kind of smells like soap. And then...
It's one of those ones.
But it was sweet, and the rose water. I was like, who gives you sweet soap? What is this? So there is a candy out there that tastes like sweet soap.
No, they were laughing at you because you come to find out they were just giving you soap and you thought it was candy.
No, it was like an old-time candy. It was like one of those old-time candies back again. Like, this is vintage candy. It's like, no, it's not. That's vintage poison. And you just gave it to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me sweet poison. Sweet poison.
But okay, so fine. Minus your
minus that one.
Minus your soap candy that your friend tried to poison you with.
Rosewater candy.
Yeah. There's no candy out there that has the same scent as Tide or as Gain.
It's true.
You know,
you don't open up and say,
yeah,
smells like a spring day.
That's what I was gonna say. Wildflowers.
It doesn't even smell like wildflowers. You know that, right?
No.
Like, have you ever gone and actually smelled wildflowers? It smells nothing like that.
No, it doesn't. But I digress. It's, and if you would, I would like to think that most normal, logical, intelligent people would go,
I shouldn't eat these.
This something is askew.
I shouldn't have this.
This is probably not to be put in my mouth. What this is, and I'm not even going to keep reading this crap because
let me ask you this.
Dumb.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
How did people learn what to eat and what not to eat?
Well, trial and error.
Obviously, so somebody did eventually look at that and say, I want to eat this, and then they died.
But you know what they did? The smarter people got the dumber people to go and do it.
Hey, you. Go eat that.
Hey, Jim. Yeah, what you got there, bud?
Hey, guys, I've got this great idea. We're going to do a Tide Pod challenge.
It's so stupid. Look, the point of all of this, the key of all this is pure and simple. It's the fact that parents are not being parents anymore. Period. They're these kids.
Can you blame it on the parents, though?
Yes, and I'm about to.
Okay.
Because here's the drill. The kids are allowed to literally do what they want. They're starving for attention. They're starving for structure.
Yes.
They're starving to have some kind of guidance. And they're not getting it.
So they go to YouTube.
They go to YouTube because their parents aren't there. Now, we can blame the government for taxes and all this crap because there was a point where people could live off of one income.
Yes.
And,
I'm still doing it.
Well, it's not near as common.
Oh, no, it sucks.
And part of it, I was going to say, and a lot of it's by choice. There's taxes out the wall. We can blame the government as a big part of that problem.
Yeah.
Okay? But you also run into the fact that there are parents who are just selfish. Now, yes. I'm not saying if you as a family have to have both families working. My current family, I work during the day. My wife happens to work at night. It just works that way.
It helps out.
It helps pays the bills. The family structure is not destroyed. We're good. We've got that balance down.
There's always somebody at the house.
There's always somebody at the house. There's always balance done. We all have time as a family, during the week. We're good.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it because you are just so focused on you and, I've got to have my career or I want to make all that money, you've completely blown the reason to be a parent. That's the whole point of being a parent, is to watch and guide your child.
Right.
And because you're not doing it, then you turn, like Steven said, these kids are now turning to YouTube
and
where
Facebook
you have these other horribly misguided misguided
imbeciles.
Well, I was,
miscreants.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of they're off course too. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground either, And one of them goes, hey, I bet you can't do blank. And because they're all not being guided on one level or another, there's no one actually to say, hey, don't give in to peer pressure. Dumb things like that. The things that
you mean like those great 80s films
yes,
that we watched as kids in school?
The crap that we took for granted. Drove us nuts.
Drugs are bad. Don't fall into peer pressure.
Exactly. Just say no to drugs. Remember Barbara Reagan? Anyway.
Barbara Reagan. Wow.
But,
wow. Really?
I did.
Wow.
But anyway, that's the problem is that nobody's there to guide him. And so you have one moron guiding another moron. And it's the morons leading each other on. And then everybody else sits back. And then everybody else sits back. The politicians, the parents still don't come back later and go, hey, we should start watching our children.
All they do is they come over and say, my kid just got poisoned by your Tide. I'm going to sue.
Exactly. And then you turn around and you have politicians who turn around and can take advantage of that situation and start saying, well, we need to start putting legislature in so they could turn around later and go back to their constituencies at election time and go, look what I did to help you.
Yeah. I did this to help you. I put in a law that shouldn't have been put into place in the first place because your kid was a moron.
Thank you and good night. This whole thing is just insanity. And the fact that we have to stoop to the level of, well, we have to make a law because you are too much of a moron to read danger on the front of the package.
Or to actually look at the package and say, hey, this is a cleaning product. It's probably not good for my digestive system.
Or even the basic one. This smells funny.
Probably shouldn't have this.
What? Oh, stupid people. You know what, though? If it wasn't for stupid people, we wouldn't have a job.
We wouldn't have a good show.
No, we wouldn't.
Speaking of stupid people and good shows, coming up in the next segment. Oh,
we have a new app that we're going to talk about.
Another good app.
You're going to love it.
Yep.
It's going to be magical.
Oh.
Don't go anywhere. We're on Defenders of American Exceptionalism. DOAE Show on Twitter. #NowIKnow. Defenders of American Exceptionalism on Facebook. Lanterns.buzz on Facebook as well. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. And welcome back, folks. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. Oh, woosah.
You might want to get that ready.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you what. So, you know how everybody hates those neo-Nazi guys? Mm-hmm. No, not great. They're like not good people, and somehow they lumped them in with us.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I know. Yeah,
they believe that anybody who's a neo-Nazi is also on the right, even though it's considered alt-right. And
yeah.
Well, they now have an app for that.
What for what?
Well, so announced on January 28th is the existence of Fashmap.
Fashmap.
Fashmaps.
Now, is this like a way for you to be able to find
fashionable things?
Clothing? I was going to say clothing, like at great deals. It sounds no, not that.
No, see, it's talking about fascists.
Okay.
It started.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It started by anti-fascists.
Hold on.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This again may be homeschooling kicking in.
Okay.
How do you spell fascist?
F-A-S-C.
Okay. See, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. They spell this one F-A-S-H.
That's because if they actually put it and they didn't really, nobody understood what was going on, they would look at it and say, Fast maps? And so they have to.
So now we have people who look at it and go, "Oh, look, I can find cheap articles of clothing."
Yes. Instead of that, they look at it and say, "Oh, this is actually just telling me where neo-Nazis live."
Reference back to. I'm sorry. What? Say that again. You kind of. What did you say?
What?
Read what?
What? What?
Something about neo-Nazis living somewhere? What?
Yeah. So it tells you basically where neo-Nazis live.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not gonna. That's a great idea. That's not gonna end poorly at all.
No, not at all.
Wow.
I
okay.
mean, so it goes through and it actually pinpoints. It actually drops a pin on the map of our country.
Yes.
With little swastika.
Oh,
isn't that cute? A little swastika. Little reverse
basically,
swastika.
The reason why they do this is apparently it is they've somehow or another is created by system analysts using the alias Simon, who came up with the idea after he was trolling far-right message boards looking for neo-Nazis in his area that he could, quote, dox, end quote, which is a tactic used by anti-fascists, also known as Antifa,
basically
to expose
get them fired.
Far-right actors' true identities.
Right. It's to get them fired, to get them basically, it's to
ruin their lives. Basically.
Tar and feather them and get them run out of town.
Yes. Which is magical.
By the way, that's not how the world in America is supposed to work.
Yeah, because mob rule is how, yeah.
I believe there was a guy called McCarthy.
That name sounds familiar.
And I believe he had some problems with communists.
Something like that. Sounds about right. I could be wrong. My history's fuzzy.
And he caused a big red scare.
Is that where that comes from?
Well, that was part of it, yeah.
That's good. I'm glad we had this little lesson.
Okay.
But anyway. Yeah, no, it basically, the Daily Stormer, run by neo-Nazi troll Andrew Anglin, was forced underground by its website host in the wake of a violent protest last August in Charlottesville, Virginia, where marchers carried torches and chanted Nazi slogans. What Steinle...
Wait. He was forced underground by his own website?
Mm-hmm.
How?
I don't know. I'm not a techie. I have no idea.
How is he forced underground?
Because, I don't know, that somebody outed him, I guess?
He's a troll.
I don't do trolling. I don't know. I don't have...
Everybody trolls.
No.
I troll you every time we do this show.
Yeah, I know, but that's a little bit different. That's different. That's a fun little game.
We all troll, but this guy's saying that... never mind. Okay, continue.
Yeah, no,
let's just... go ahead. Go ahead.
What Simon found is that the meetup forums affiliated with the Daily Stormer, which is basically it's a neo-Nazi website. In case you're not aware of the Daily Stormer, it literally is like,
giant neo-Nazi.
Hail Hitler, the genocide didn't go, the Jewish
Holocaust never happened.
Well, yeah. But we could all do better kind of thing. Yeah, no, it's not a good place to be.
We can still make a master race.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
He found that the meetup forums affiliated with the Daily Stormer, participants appeared to reveal the locations of their real-world gatherings. Simon said, I would quote, "I was surprised to find out how freely they were talking about their locations." End quote. Simon and his team of four, called the Fantastic Four, apparently. No, that's a joke. I made that up.
No, that was not.
They created fake accounts, also known as sock puppets.
I'm going to let that lie.
Thank you, God. And manually perused the forums looking for meetups, often listed as looking for like inconspicuous clubs or inconspicuous sounding events like book clubs and pool parties.
So basically, they went and trolled everything that they could find just to see if they could find a neo-Nazi.
Well, just to see if they could find the location, as well as conversations related to the event.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then what they do, from there, they plot their best approximation of the organizer's location on the map and link it to their profile.
Right. Because they make a profile or they link it to...
So they peruse forums looking for...
And Facebook.
Stuff. Yeah, but yeah. And looking for things that's, events and assumptions that they think are...
So they look for things that they believe might potentially one day lead to a neo-Nazi joining with another neo-Nazi.
By assumption now. This could just... And it could only be... You have no concrete proof. You have no idea for certain.
By talking about this, technically we are now on their list.
Ask me if I give a flying rat's tail.
Do you give a flying rat's tail?
Not even a little bit of one.
Well, I'm
not even a rotten one laying in like a New York gutter somewhere.
Well, I mean, those are long.
Yeah, they are. You seen a New York rat? Holy smokes.
Yes.
I thought it was a cat.
It's kind of like a cockroach from Texas.
That's it. Or flies. Have you seen flies in Texas?
No.
Holy crap on a cracker. There's a reason they're horse. This is called a horse fly out there.
It's actually about the size of a horse, I'm guessing.
I've cracked windshields.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a bad day.
Good to know.
It is. They're violent.
Oh.
And it was because a bunch of them actually attacked me because I hit one of them earlier. And there's, calm down. It's just
like that.
It's just a story. No. Yeah, I hit one of them and broke his wing, so his buddies caught up to me and started beating the car. Almost tipped it over.
I really don't think that's real.
No, I think it was. You weren't there. They're that big. They're that big. I come up to a stoplight and got the little... Excuse me, sir. Can you please roll your window down? That's what they were doing. There's like 6 of them. Yeah, well, didn't sound like that. They're huge. Anyway, stop hitting the mic. It's more like
I'm doing this on purpose now.
It's more like
it's like a helicopter flying over top of you.
The ground starts with the trucks going like this. Okay, let's step back out of Fantasyland. But anyway. So yeah, so these guys, this Fantastic Four, are out here mapping people. Oh, Simon insists that the purpose of mapping tool isn't to inspire violence against neo-Nazis.
Oh, because every time you don't map something, it doesn't. Every time you map something and say that this person is a neo-Nazi, there's no way that people were going to act violently against that.
Nope. Instead, he says the goal is to raise awareness of the neo-Nazis in communities and to disrupt their online ecosystem and recruitment process. He also acknowledges that there's no proof that everyone hanging out in the Daily Stormer chat room is a neo-Nazi.
However, it's probably more proof that most of them are trolls.
I never thought of that.
I don't think he did.
It's not to inspire violence because, yeah, that's
right.
What then? What is the point? Does he think it's like? Does he think it's like the sex offender registry?
I think. Okay, so
you know what I mean.
Here's the thing. He's this guy's probably vegan. He's probably a feminist. Now listen. Okay, stop. Listen. Okay, this guy's probably a feminist. He's a vegan. He's a friend to the LGBTQTTPVLMNOIQ9, whatever.
Exclamation point.
Right.
Asterisk.
Question mark. Community, and all of that stuff. He's all of that. And you want to know how I know this? Because he'll tell you. You don't even have to ask.
I'm sure.
And so. He doesn't think about things in a violent manner like that because he's well above those violent tendencies of us lesser, mean, male, white tendencies.
Heterosexual,
cisgender, male, white. Tendencies of violence and anger and testosterone.
Christian male, yeah.
Well, he's well above those things. He's so much closer to his femininity.
Yeah. In
other words, somebody slapped this guy with bacon.
Please, repeatedly. No, don't waste the bacon.
Cook it. It's fine.
No, I'm saying, would you eat it after it touches his
Why
face?
not? Cook it. It's fine. It kills the germs.
Because he's probably a vegan.
Cook it. It kills the germs.
But if it's cooked, never mind. We'll talk about it later.
It just spoils him. It spoils his crazy vegan powers.
Aggregating information that was already publicly available without nefarious intent isn't the problem.
So basically you're saying just because I'm acting like the NSA and collecting information on groups of people based upon an assumption that I believe that these people are angry white supremacists isn't a really bad thing. It's just I want to make sure that people know that there's all these people that I assume are angry white supremacists.
Well, close. Hold on. This is Brian Levin, who's a criminology professor and director of the Center of Study of Hate and Extremism at California State University, San Bernardino.
He's a professor of what?
A professor and director of the Center of the Study of Hate and Extremism at California State University, San Bernardino.
California State University gets federal and state government assistance. Please stop funding this stupidity.
It is, quote, it is perfectly ethical to expose someone with the screen name like White Power Forever, end quote, who is spreading fake information about race studies. Okay.
Oh, stop. No,
I'm taking this one.
All right.
Who the hell is going to be that stupid to have White Power Forever? Now, I will say there might be some moron out there who will do it, but they're doing it to troll. I don't get what is so hard about this. Let's play the way everything should be done. Let's put it on the other foot.
Right. Let's
say that we came up with a mapping device.
And it said that we're only tracking people that have the screen names Black Power Forever.
Oh, no. I'm going to take it a step back even different from there.
All right.
Let's say we were able to track and monitor and locate every single troll, which as you mentioned earlier, can be virtually everybody.
Everybody. It's literally everybody.
But I digress. When I think of troll, I think of the hardcore douches like this guy. That to me is a troll.
Right.
What Steven does to me, what I do back at him, what we do with her, that's not a troll. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't count that as a troll.
But that's
fine. And I got that. But for my argument's sake in the current moment.
Okay, it's not
a troll is these douches right here. Literally go from who scan forums and websites and other places literally to spread their douchery. That's a troll.
That's all they do.
And if we turn around and made a mapping program of that to say, hey, here's all of these trolls, do you think they would like that? Do you think that they would be?
No. Because what we would have to do is we would have to find out and track their IPs, and then we'd have to follow where they go on their forums, and then we'd have to be all like, hey, by the way, we saw you on 4chan posting all this crap about what you've done.
But they wouldn't have a problem with that, right? No, absolutely not.
Why would they have a problem with that? I mean, they would never say that that's freedom of speech.
Well, not in California. They'd never say that. Not in Cali. Yeah, I did. I went there again.
California.
It knows how to party.
That's true. It does. Well, all right. So basically what we're saying is these people are morons, and they started an app that now looks like a fashion app. It's actually just a plug-in of all the people that they've tracked down that they potentially think might one day be a fascist, even though they are fascists.
It's
the people that are that they're tracking that aren't fascist, or maybe probably not fascist, but they are themselves fascist.
Kind of weird how that works out. It's the double standard is amazing.
You are using fascistic notions
and tendencies
to
further your
attack people you call fascist.
What was that song? Michael Jackson, Look in the Mirror. Or The Mirror.
Yeah, I'm looking at The Man in the Mirror.
The Man in the Mirror. Yeah. That's it.
Man in the Mirror.
All right, nope.
That's all I can do of it anyway. I mean,
can't do that. But that's my point. It's what happens when you watch the 90s all over again.
I know.
Actually, that was 8.
It's not good.
I know.
Oh.
But yeah, so there. We felt that, enjoy. So if you would like to go find out.
Oh, and by the way,
yeah. BT Dubs.
By the way. If you want to go find out, it's Fash, Fash, maps.com. And you can find out where your local fascist is. Apparently, there's a couple where we are.
It does, yeah. It says,
and it's not us.
Yeah, it's not us.
Yay!
Damn it. It is, yeah. It shows. I mean, the dots are pretty much everywhere. It's amazing. Let's see.
It's there.
Ooh, hold on.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm looking. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wow. Guess how many are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Holy crap.
A bunch.
A lot.
A bunch. And by the way, they're probably not.
No, they're not.
That's what they count.
It's a giant cluster there. But I mean, Texas is huge.
Dallas-Fort Worth area, do you understand that that's becoming a liberal paradise?
I know. Hey, you know what's funny? Is they're actually up north, too.
Yeah, of course they are. They're everywhere.
Not as big. It's not as full as I thought it would be. Now, check this out. This is actually really kind of interesting.
No, we're not going to check it out.
No, you should.
No, we're going to take a break.
Okay, well, fine, then take a break.
We're going to take a break.
Yeah, we are. It is about that time. We're going to take a break. Come back on the other side, refill waters, and all that good jazz.
Water.
You are listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at Lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
And welcome back, folks. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. We are live on Facebook right now at DOAE Show, DOAE Show on Twitter.
You can use the hashtag #NowIKnow.
Yes.
That way we can track you. Better than Fash Maps.
It is Fash. Oh, my God.
Better than Fash Maps.
Speaking of really great ideas that cannot go wrong at all. So, apparently the president thinks that we should have a parade.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like parades.
All right.
What do you mean? Wait, parade?
Well, he wants a parade.
Parade?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. You know, like the marching and stuff.
Yeah. Like big floats?
Well,
will there be a marching band?
There will be kind of. There will be people in uniform.
Okay, so
marching.
Will it be like supporting the troops?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, what are you doing? Oh, okay, all right. Okay. I give.
Okay. So the president apparently wants to have a military parade. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like a parade.
Yeah.
They say to honor the military.
Okay.
But it's not like, hey, look, there's floats.
Okay.
Or, there's Santa Claus isn't at the end of it.
Yeah.
And, 90s ex-singers like Britney Spears and all them are not lip-syncing on floats and waving at children. This is basically a parade reminiscent of, I don't know, North Korea,
France,
China,
Germany,
Russia. It's literally, hey, we're going to take our military, we're going to march them down the streets as a show of power.
Yes. Now, this actually came about because he was in France.
All right, lesson 1. Don't ever copy the French.
Yeah,
nothing good comes from France.
Look, the French tried to copy us.
And
they failed because they decided to leave out a few
teensy
necessary pieces. Just small, really necessary. It's like, when you build that IKEA thing and you leave out a couple screws.
Or they leave out a couple screws.
Right? No, you leave out a couple screws.
No, mine have always been, hey, we don't have them. IKEA forgets to send them to me.
Oh,
and then you have to call the manufacturer, and the manufacturer's like, "Well, sorry, it's gonna take about a week."
Everything always has those like extra parts, and well, apparently, when they tried to copy our stuff, we didn't have any extra parts, but they did.
Weird how that works out.
Yeah, and so Trump was over there, and they had a little military parade.
Aww.
And he was all like, "Oh shucks, this is great.
This is wonderful.
This is good stuff." And he tweeted that out.
I don't.
And then he was like, "Hey, we really need to look into this." And now his secretary is actually talking about it, and it's maybe becoming a thing.
Yeah, because this is not going to just completely make us look
blow up in your face.
Stupid. Yeah.
Look, the last time we had a march of our military, it was like the Gulf War.
No.
Yeah, it was like the Gulf War.
No.
What was it?
9/11.
It was where we actually set our military out and said, "Here's our military," and marched them in the streets with tanks and.
Well, but it was also in Kuwait when we were doing it, and we were over there. That's my point. When we did it, we marched them out onto the battlefield to kick
No, I'm talking about in our homeland.
Did we really do
Yes. We did that. That was the last time we did that. And it was the victory march.
Oh, well, that's a victory march. I'm talking about
we brought our guys out and we said, "Look at us, we're bomb."
Well, yeah, but we already kicked everyone's ass. So at that point it was worth doing. This is we're basically having a pissing contest is what this is.
So, here's the thing.
And it's
jets flying overhead with the streamers and junk.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Tanks rolling down the street? No.
I don't know how anybody thinks a tank rolling down, like the sound of that on concrete makes
Have you ever heard those treads on concrete?
Oh,
ooh.
It actually is very creepy. It is a very creepy sound.
It's that weird grinding sound that nobody wants.
No.
It's like metal on concrete is not good.
There's no amount of the color guard that's going to make that go away. It's not. You're going to have the band playing and everything else, and it's going to suck.
All I can think is General Mad Dog Mattis out there with a baton. I can't think of anything.
He could. He probably
like spinning it and like flipping it up in the air.
No, I can see him doing. Screw this crap. I don't want to be here anyway.
Anyway, bad idea. This is time for another good idea. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. Let's have an appreciation thing.
Yeah,
that's great. You know what? We can do it on Veterans Day.
Well, that's what they were talking about doing.
We can do it on Memorial Day.
What they're talking about doing was doing it on a holiday. Here's the problem with that, though. You don't march them through the streets. You don't do that.
Well, here's the thing.
Look,
like the Capitol. Okay, in the Capitol, you march a little bit of the military. They give the salutes. They're like, "Hey, we're out here."
Hold on, but you want to see that? Go onto Facebook and like and follow the United States Marines.
Yep.
Follow the United States Navy. Follow the Army. Follow the Air Force.
It's all there.
I know for a fact the Navy. Yeah. I think it's every week or every other week.
Mm-hmm.
They will show live.
Here's them marching.
Of them marching of the graduating class.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook Live. If you want to see them marching that badly, do that. Watch it there.
Or you can follow us because Dylan posts those things like once a week.
I do post them because
he really does.
It's my people's.
Like graduating class. Almost every week, clockwork.
It is.
And for those that do follow us, because you like and share it too. Which is good times. So, getting beyond the neo-Nazis and the Trump stupidity.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna go to something.
Hold on. Before we get on, what I wanted to say, and I blanked there for a second.
Okay, yeah.
You want to honor the veterans.
Uh-huh.
And anybody who saw the post earlier, Jonathan had mentioned it, but that's because he stole it from me.
Mm-hmm.
We both agree. First things first. You want to honor the veterans.
Yeah.
Fix the VA.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so
Period.
Good.
Fix the VA or scrap it altogether because this is just ridiculous.
It's gone.
The amount of people, the treatment that these guys are getting is beyond heinous. fix it.
It's crazy.
Or get rid of it altogether. I don't care, but that's how you honor them. Or how about raises? Or something of that nature. You don't pay for them to walk in front of everybody like it's a dog and pony show.
Exactly.
You don't. I'm sorry. That's just beyond humiliating.
It really is.
Well,
it really is.
Chaps my hiney. Sorry.
Oof. And just as another mention.
Memogate 2018.
It's still going on.
It is still going on.
The Democrats are putting their own memo out. Anyway, so that's all. Yeah. We don't care.
Lucky you, we're not bringing that to you tonight.
I just had to throw that in there. He likes this. I just really had to do that to get.
He likes the sounder.
Yeah, I really do. And I really wanted to get into your craw. Just wanted to dig it in there. All right, so Utah's doing something good.
That's a first.
They're doing something good. And you won't guess it. You won't.
Okay.
Take a guess.
Utah. They're not hoarding all the Mormons anymore.
No, I'm pretty sure they still are.
Oh, dang. Daggone it. They make really good ice cream.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know either. I was running out of... You know, it's like on Jeopardy. You hear the dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, and it's getting ready toward the end. You're like, oh, crap, I got to come up with an answer. It's yeah, I was like, I need to hurry up and come up with something before the timer's up.
So, actually... Utah state lawmakers have introduced a bill that would make it illegal for Utah police departments to use traffic ticket quotas to evaluate police officer performance in their state.
Well, wait a minute. I was always told that there's no such thing as a police officer quota.
Except for there is in every state, which is why at the very beginning and the very end of every month, you will always get caught for everything that you're doing. If it's a traffic violation, you will get hit.
Weird how that works.
Isn't it funny how there's like 17 cops on one road at the end of the month and at the beginning of the month, but for like the 15 days in between, there's nobody.
The worst place to find them, from my personal experience, is just anywhere in the greater central North Carolina area, is right there at 40 and 85.
Oh, man.
Where they meet up like you're heading between Greensboro and Raleigh. I'm telling you.
They love it so much. Or 70 and 85. Oh, yeah. It's so good. It is so good. So State Senator Howard Stevenson, who is a Republican.
Good for him.
Good for him. Explained that he was opposed to making police departments into revenue generators, which would also be like, hey, what is that? Where they take your stuff?
Civil forfeit.
Yes, civil asset forfeiture. That would be a good thing to also say no to.
Yeah, but
if you're trying not to make them a revenue generator, that is one really good way.
You know, that does kind of worry me, though. And I don't know how the stats are for Utah, but
yeah,
I would worry that if this bill passes in Utah, and they're no longer using tickets as a way to generate funds,
right? That they would then look at other things,
things like
probably go
civil
to,
asset forfeiture, and then turn around and utilize that. That'll be.
Here's what he says: this is about revenue. It's not about safety. I don't believe policemen should be looking to meet a quota on bad behavior. What if there isn't enough bad behavior? Do you just make it up? Actually, yes, they do.
Actually, they do.
They do.
That is one of the
it's
weird how that works.
That is one of the things that everybody knows and nobody wants to talk about. You know what? There are those cops. They just make something up, and they know that you're going to get out of it. But it looks good on paper for the next 2 months until you go to court and it gets dismissed.
It shows that they're trying. They're not even trying to actually get. And some of them, like you said,
half of them don't even care about giving the ticket. Yeah. They just want the quota.
It has to log something because you're being paid to be out there. And if Johnson over here is getting
Johnson over here has 15 badges of has 15 flair. 15 badges of flair. You only have 7.
Wow.
Yes, I went to Office Space.
Wow.
I went to Office Space. 15 badges of flair. You only have 7. Well, you know, the rules only say I have to have 7. Well, are you a minimums person? Are you a minimums police officer?
Are you a minimalist? Minimist? If the bill passes, Utah would join a number of other states that have outlawed ticket quotas.
That'd be really nice.
For local police departments, including Illinois, California, Pennsylvania, and New York. I did not know New York was... Well,
they'd have so many violations anyway. It doesn't matter.
That's true. There's a lot. They almost
There's so many things going wrong.
They almost have
really
no traffic violations out there at that point. Good. It's because you pull one person over and traffic's backed up.
Like 7 years.
Bridge is shut down for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, that's basically it.
However, where states have outlawed quotas by state law, civil liberties advocates and police unions have often been forced to sue local police departments who have allegedly continued to use unofficial quota programs to punish officers who do not write enough tickets. Aw. This is what you get for having corrupt people, even in the ungodly local area of your police department.
And in that same vein, in Indiana...
This one makes me giggle.
An Indiana man was given a ticket because a police officer cut him off while in pursuit of a speeding vehicle. And as the guy passed by the police officer who pulled over the speeding car, as he passed, he decided to flip him the bird because he cut him off and made him slam on the brakes.
Aha. Which is, let's be honest, if you're not doing it, you've wanted to do it.
Right.
Let's be honest. Every one of us has been in that situation where
somebody cut right in front of you. You had to slam the brakes.
If you're not waving at them, giving the one finger wave, you're screaming something, you're yelling something.
Rassafras and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you're not sitting here going, "Oh well, I guess it's his turn."
I guess he gets to go this.
Yeah, you're not brushing it off. Most people kind of go, "Really, you
even
giant?"
If it's a police officer.
Yes.
Most people are good enough with control that they can look at that and say, "I'm not going to do anything." But this guy doesn't have that control.
Nope.
So he flips the bird, and the cop then pulls him over
and writes him a ticket for provocation.
Who was he provoking?
Well, here's the thing. Indiana law defines provocation as recklessly, knowingly, or intentionally engaging in conduct that is likely to provoke a reasonable person to commit battery, end quote.
So flipping somebody off is going to make somebody hurt you?
I guess. So you know what he probably should have done? He should have mooned him.
Oh, but he didn't have anybody else driving.
That would just show how talented he is. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, so
the guy
this guy
who
is
wrote the ticket,
suing. He's
Mark
suing,
May
right?
is his name. Mark May is suing Officer Ames, who wrote the ticket, and the department with the help of the ACLU.
Oh, because they're great.
Hey,
now you know what? Actually, on this one, I'm with them.
Yeah, with them on this one.
All right, I'm with them on this.
May alleges that his freedom of speech was violated, and his middle finger gesture is protected expression under the First Amendment.
Technically, yes.
May also believes that the state trooper violated the Fourth Amendment by committing an unconstitutional seizure by pulling him over for the gesture. I think that one might be a stretch.
It might be a stretch.
That's kind of a stretch. But anyway. While it is perhaps ill-advised, Mr. May's gesture, which in no way interfered with Master Trooper's lawful activities, was fully protected by the First Amendment, wrote Kenneth Falk, legal director of the Indiana ACLU.
Yeah.
May said he missed 2 days of work due to his court appearances and is suing for unspecified damages and attorney fees.
Because you have to pay the attorney.
Yeah.
Even though it's the ACLU.
Yeah.
Because they're not a non-profit organization at all.
No. Well, that's it, because we're all paying for it anyway. So on that note, it is about that time. Music is playing, so I guess that's our cue.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
It is. It's another show.
It's not another. Oh, yeah.
It is another show.
Actually, another show.
Thank you for tuning in. Find us live on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Live on Facebook at DOAE Show.
Follow us on Twitter.
At DOAE Show. Lanterns.buzz. Go there. Check out everybody. Great hosts. We will see y'all Saturday night, 9 p.m.
Bye-bye.
Bye.